The second race of the round of 8 begins from Texas Motor Speedway. And surging ahead, Tyler Reddick. Here comes Christopher Bell in the 20, challenging for that second spot. Tyler Reddick now being challenged by the 20 of Christopher Bell. Here comes Bell to the outside. He'll take the lead away.
Yeah, the 2 came off turn 4 and looked like he just pulled down. I don't know if he thought the 20 was better, if he has an issue. Kelly?
Yeah, the 2-car Tyler Reddick has some debris on the grill. You can catch it there in dead center of his grill. And it was just way too long till they hit any lap traffic to help with that. So the team actually told them, let the 20 go if you need to, so they can try to sneak up behind him and manipulate the air to remove that debris from that grill.
Yeah, I was wondering what the situation was because he came off turn 4 way off the pace. Now he has to be fast enough to catch the 20 to get right up underneath the rear bumper. We got a car spinning in the middle of, oh man, a huge wreck in the middle of 1 and 2.
That's the 66 into the wall, very hard. Bobby Earnhardt. And the back of that car is gone.
Here it is again. Look at that.
Just round it goes. How about the photographers in the background? They were scattering.
Flinching.
Yeah, that was a big moment there for Noah.
Up through the gears they go. Christopher Bell getting a little shove there from Cole Custer in the 00 as they get up to speed and turn into 1.
You called it, Jeff. The 2 of Reddick stays in the throttle, carries the momentum off the high side of 1 and 2, clears the 00 of Cole Custer.
Under 2 laps to go now. Tyler Reddick trying to hold on to the second spot as Cole Custer running 3rd. Both still about 0.8 of a second behind Christopher Bell.
What I like about this too, while the top lane I don't think is an advantage, I do think it is an advantage that he can go there. It might not be better on lap time, but as we see him go through traffic, it seems like Reddick can get through traffic a little better because he has some confidence to run the lane up the racetrack.
So again, points getting paid at the end of stage 1. This is the final lap of stage 1. And guys who might not get points, Michael Annett and Noah Gregson, they're the only 2 of the round of 8 competitors that are outside the top 10 currently. And there's the gap between 1 and 2. Tyler Reddick still running that high line, even through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Green and white checkered flag, and that will be a stage win for Christopher Bell. Reddick second, Custer is 3rd. John Hunter Nemechek, a good run there in 4th. Ross Chastain 5th. Chase Briscoe, Harrison Burton, Austin Cindric, Justin Allgaier, and Jeb Burton all inside the top 10 at the end of stage 1. Christopher Bell on the inside, Tyler Reddick on the outside as they restart, and stage 2 is underway.
Back on cold tires on this restart. Every other restart they've had, they've been on those hot tires.
And look at Christopher Bell run away right now. Can they reel him back in? Tyler Reddick holding on to 2nd. Fight for 3rd. Harrison Burton was looking to the inside. Now still challenging for that 3rd spot. Harrison Burton's going to go by Cole Custer.
Cole's not done fighting. Big run on the outside. They're going to enter turn 1 side by side. Briscoe thinking about it. I think that was a wise decision not to make it 3 wide.
Cole Custer making that outside line work. The momentum, will it clear the 18? No, Harrison fights back on the inside.
Not quite clear.
That fight for 3rd continuing.
Now a push coming from Cindric from behind. This is where getting into turn 1 will get tough. The air off the spoil of the 18, being pulled around by the 00. Cleared him right there. Should have been a move up.
Custer went way high. Now Harrison Burton has the advantage. He'll get in front of that 00 of Cole Custer. Pretty impressive for the 19-year-old. Reddick still at the bottom of the racetrack. Here he comes again.
It's amazing. With these guys running this speed, they're still fast.
Yes, they're leaving the field racing, but this is exactly why that dark area on the racetrack has been treated, to provide this type of racing, to allow that outside car to have enough grip to run the non-preferred lane up off the bottom as Reddick comes back on the inside.
Here comes Reddick trying to make the pass. Bell hard into turn 1, and a caution has come out. Spin on the racetrack. It's the 86. Damage to the back of that car. That's Brandon Brown. And the deck lid, it looks like it's barely hanging on. So while the fight for the lead was going on, this was a fight just to stay going the right direction.
Couldn't tell. The 39 of Sieg was very close to the left rear corner. I couldn't tell if it was contact or just air. Be hard to tell from this angle as well. I mean, they move like there's contact, but I can't tell from that angle if they're actually touching. At these speeds, the air alone can make a big difference.
Brandon Brown's had some really good runs lately. He's had good speed. He was running 15th.
2x2, Reddick on the inside. Excuse me, Reddick on the outside. Bell on the inside as the green flag comes out.
Two did not get the start I was expecting.
Is he going to get some help? Did Cole Custer give him a shove there? Now he rockets in front of the 20 as they come out of turn 2. Tyler Reddick holds on to the lead and pulls away from Christopher Bell. Look at how tight it is for the lead. Here comes Christopher Bell looking to the inside, trying to take the spot away from Reddick. Because of that lap traffic, it slowed Tyler Reddick down, enabling Christopher Bell to get to the inside, and now Reddick surges ahead on the high side.
Rick, I think that Reddick actually went and used that lap car to get the debris off the grill. And that's what brought this battle close together.
And the debris is now gone, and Reddick is gone as well. Houston, Texas native David Starr gets into the wall through the grass and has climbed out of the car. This is how it happened.
And Stephen Parsons behind. Looked like just a little bit of a contact. Stephen Parsons, I watch him race a lot. He's not that kind of guy. Just a little bit of a mistake there. He actually works on these race cars, so he knows how valuable they are and how much work goes into them. He works really hard.
And this was just moments ago, but right when we went to nonstop, you saw this. Tyler Reddick looks like he lost the groove a bit there and had to catch that car. Actually tags the wall just very slightly.
Yeah, does a nice job. I thought it was going to be heavier contact. That's a tough spot, the transition off these corners here at Texas Motor Speedway. He's high. You see him turn into the right. Now you watch that left front tire. It's going back and forth. He's chasing the car currently, and I mean, just a little contact.
Yeah, you worry about that right rear quarter panel, don't you, Steve?
Well,
moving that thing over just a little bit.
I agree, but these composite bodies on the Xfinity cars, it seems like they hold their shape pretty good. If it was a cup car and it was a metal quarter panel, I would be very fearful. But it seems like these composite bodies hold their shape and kind of return to their original shape. The strategy called by these teams that came to pit road, I don't think the idea was let's come get tires and try to win the stage. It's actually the opposite. Let's come get tires and fuel now and stay out at the end of the stage. All of these drivers that are going to score points will have to pit still. That will give drivers like Cindric, Cole Custer track position.
And they can do it on one more stop, right, Steve? I mean, there's only 112, maybe 111 laps to go in the race once they come back around. So one more stop could get them to the end. They don't have to come during this stage break.
Correct. The teams that have pitted will stay out at the end of the stage here on the final lap. We see Christopher Bell, 0.6 of a second lead over Justin Allgaier. Tyler Reddick in third. John Hunter, as you mentioned, Rick, up to fourth.
And this year, Christopher Bell is the only one to sweep stages and go on to win. He's done it 3 times. Could it be a 4th tonight? He'll win stage 2 at Texas. Allgaier hanging on for second. Reddick is third. John Hunter Nemechek 4th. Chase Briscoe, Noah Gragson, Austin Cindric, Cole Custer all gaining valuable points. Brandon Jones and Jeb Burton all inside of the top 10. Green flag back in the air. By the way, falling back, Garrett Smithley in the 0.
Nice start by the 22, takes control of the race. Now that puts Brandon Jones and Cole Custer side by side for second. Brandon Jones looks like he's going to clear the 0-0. And back here we have Bell and Reddick working through the traffic.
Allgaier as well.
Ooh, the 98.
Slow on the track, the 98, Chase Briscoe.
The 98 was having a problem. He was running He was running in ninth position with good speed, and all of a sudden started falling off and getting slower and slower.
He just said right rear.
He reported a vibration, guys, and said a car is getting looser and looser. They told him, bring it to us if you can. But, Steve, he was outside the pit window for the last pits, right? At about 75 to go. You can't make it that far, so he didn't want to bring it, and now he is the caution.
He is the caution, but nice job, nice save. We're not sure exactly what's wrong. It looks like a flat right rear. I don't know if that's the only issue for Briscoe, but it's a 170-mile-an-hour save in the middle of the corner. The big question I have now, though, is 72 laps to go. If you can run 60, can you find 4 or 5? I mean, it's a long ways right here, but I would expect everybody's going to come to pit road.
2-tire stop for Tyler Reddick. Got him out front, and they're sliding behind them as the green flag came out in the restart. Some guys were spinning their tires, not getting up to speed. Reddick is going to be able to hang on to it. Let's see if he can get out in front of Cole Custer for the lead here down the backstretch.
Cole Custer, though, is not letting Reddick get away. Drives back to his inside. Drives deep. Oh, man. The 00 got loose there underneath the 2.
Look at Brandon Jones on the outside trying to fill that spot. Oh!
Almost sideways for the 00 of Cole Custer.
And Allgaier aggressively on the outside.
Cole Custer checking his breath right now.
Well, the 00 is still off the pace. I don't know if he has a flat tire or what the issue is. There you go, got a flat tire. That's how quick it can change.
Tires look good.
As he drops back, they just changed 4 tires on that 00.
Apparently now the tires look good. Maybe just stuff on the tires, but he was definitely off the pace.
You'll see right here is how loose he was.
You mentioned it, Allgaier. I didn't think there was a car width there.
That's flying as high as he was.
Austin Cindric didn't think there was a car width there either.
Brandon Jones able to stay up against the wall and avoid the slide of the 00 of Cole Custer. Christopher Bell able to get by also. So it's Reddick, Brandon Jones, Christopher Bell, Justin Allgaier, and Austin Cindric, the top 5. Here comes the 20 of Bell. This is for second. And Bell easily takes second away from Jones. And now Allgaier running in the second position.
I didn't see this. I didn't see this in practice. I didn't see this speed out of the 7 of Allgaier. Justin Allgaier, Jason Burdett have put a great car on the racetrack tonight.
While all this is going on, Cole Custer.
Oh, around goes the 9. Noah Gragson got tapped.
Yellow.
Heavy into the grass. Caution comes out. He slides back up in front.
A lot of damage on the nose of that car. Went through that grass, just tore the nose off of it.
They want you to stop. You're blowing oil, please. There you go. Just stop.
Jeb Burton comes down. The 18 of Harrison Burton was there. And the one in the middle, Gregson, through the grass.
It's quite a battle going on right here.
Brandon Jones in the 19. All swapping positions. Cindric moves up the racetrack. Reddick trying to get by in the 2.
Yeah, Briscoe, where do you go right here? You go to the bottom, you go to the middle. He went to the middle.
And into the wall. The 2 of Reddick.
So right there, Reddick just in the wall again with the right rear quarter panel.
Not a lot of contact here, Steve.
No, not much damage at all, but live you have Reddick almost spinning.
And Reddick does spin into the inside wall hard. And the caution is out again.
You saw it. You mentioned it, Jeff. They couldn't get away from one another.
Just so aggressive.
And look at the fluid coming out. The radiator is busted.
Well, you can just leave it there. You know, the 98's very high off the corner. And he looked, you can see it backfire out of the pipes. So the 98 jumps out of the gas. The 2 takes an evasive maneuver to the left. And that kind of starts the whole situation. But if you watch it again, the 98 is going to lift.
Right along with
Get low. There you go. There you go. Dig, 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 dig.
Yeah, that all started in front of Tyler Reddick.
That 98 hit much harder than I thought.
He did. Tyler trying to gain control. See that left rear tire bouncing up and down. And then a big impact. And Tyler Reddick came into this race plenty safe. Plenty safe in points. He's going to leave here still on the positive side, I think, but...
Yeah, but that cushion is gone.
Yeah, and he...
The success that he has felt this season on mile-and-a-half racetracks, he's been the best by far, earning 48.5 points per mile-and-a-half race.
You're right, Steve. That's a big impact for that 98.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about these composite bodies, how strong they are, but there's still the suspension when it hits those tires that hard. Look at that impact by Tyler. That's a huge shot.
It's Chastain and Bell making up the front row. Coming up on 30 laps to go. Bell with a great restart on the outside, getting a little help from Austin Cindric.
That was a great restart. Now he's got his nose out in front of Chastain in that outside lane. Should get a big run on the exit of turn 2.
And away he goes. And an issue right front. Briscoe. Right front flat, it looks like, on Briscoe's. Can he get by and around? Still sparks flying from underneath. And now that right front tire is down.
Yeah, this may bring out the yellow. We see some parts and pieces kind of falling off.
Let me pour off it here, guys. Middle of the back coming to you.
No, still on the green.
See, now,
green, now the tire completely coming apart. Shredding, but he's down on the apron. Not in the groove. Trying to get all the way to pit road. Now 3 to go for Bell. That might have been low-hanging fruit, too, to choose Christopher Bell.
Well, I don't know. I think I would have took Tyler Reddick. After watching practice, Tyler Reddick was my pick. I thought he was the best car in practice. This track seems to suit him.
I agree. I think Christopher Bell and his team, they went to work, made their car better overnight. You mentioned it, Christopher Bell, the experience he showed tonight, never quitting, never giving up, smart decisions.
He's going to need that sort of patience and fight a year from now in the Cup Series. It'll be a different type of field, much deeper field, higher level of competition first through the top 20, top 30.
Heading to Levine Family Racing in 2020 to start his Cup career. They will have assistance from Joe Gibbs Racing as he comes up on 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
Ricky's made it a point to say he wants to do the job in Xfinity. He wants to win this championship before leaving the series.
Christopher Bell very close now to joining some pretty elite companies. Sam Ard, Jack Ingram, 2 of the biggest names ever in the Xfinity Series. Christopher Bell is going to tie them tonight. In 72 starts, this will be his 16th win. And Christopher Bell has locked up a spot in the championship 4 with this win.
Thank you, guys. Great. Went into Phoenix with a lot different mindset than we did last year. Nice work.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.